Yeah, we have an ambassador for Stone. We even sip this because it's so potent. It's delicious, you know, everybody get home safe, but it is 10%. Oh, Chocolato. I picked Chocolato because they're local. They do great causes. They're in Quad Street Market. And their chocolate bars are fantastic. They are $9, but it's totally worth it. I broke myself a little bit with it, but I gotta, you know, keep the home happy. But at the end of the day, Chocolato's dope, and then the beer is going to be there as well. But we have very limited distribution of this beer to kind of test market it, but also just to make it that much more special. So there are a lot of other places having it, but we made Brick Store the first spot. Hop City will have it too.
It's paired with also chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
Absolutely. We'll be in touch. Whatever you need about that. Remind me to send you the press He just made a beer of Arches.
I like to keep this one because it's a 16 mil. It looks full flame on a.
I'll connect you guys.
Body. And it's
Get all that light.
it looks clean, right? Look.
He's got the humdinger Monday night.
Bring it over. I got one left.
If you want me to drink it, yeah, bring it over.
I could probably get you 1 or 2 more just to have on. It'd be dope for us.
But what you see in here is what we have in this Bible. So we have vintage beers going back to 2001. We have a JW Lee's from 2001 back here.
Just one though?
No, we got a few of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's dope. So if I was like, yo, let me get this needles of nettles.
Yep. It should be in here for sure. I
I
mean,
like that
because like
incremental.
we have a really nice air conditioner that keeps it 55, 56 in here, and so we have some upkeep.
Wow.
2004, left hand.
Oh, jeez.
Has beer? I'm sure beer guys have been in here.
Yes.
I was trying to say that.
For sure. Yeah.
Tim would go crazy.
So what about you? Are you a beer guy?
Oh, he makes beer with Monday Night. All the motherfuckers, Nappy Roof been doing it.
I brew.
Okay.
I gotta get my.
I've heard the stories, but are you a beer guy?
Yes.
This is Skinny DeVille, member of legendary Southern hip-hop group Nappy Roots. Ever heard of it? And of course, the man of the hour, L. Sharpton.
Okay.
Not like
Sure.
I'm not good with names, but I'm good with like experiences, and if it stands out, then definitely I'm looking for it.
That's the best.
I'm a peppered beer guy though. If you got a good pepper beer in here, you have my attention.
Pepper?
Pepper.
Okay.
I'm trying to make
The heat?
more of the flavor of it instead of the heat.
So
I'm working on one called Red Hot Skinny Pepper.
Okay.
And so,
With who?
With me, Atlanta, Kentucky.
His rap name is
Yeah.
Skinny.
Oh, so-
Skinny DeVille.
You guys are doing stuff with Arches too, right?
Yeah, we just did the one
Dude, I
last Saturday.
love Arches.
Arches, they're making some really good beer.
The milk one?
First beer I ever had.
Did you have the milk one?
Yep.
That's
the
the
black can.
Oh, it's in the can.
I had a
They
black
didn't
can.
No, we didn't can it. This
Okay,
is
you gotta
something-
go on site though.
Oh,
That shit's
okay.
crazy.
Bet.
Oh, let me let's rap about this real quick. So,
If you guys want to pick a beer out and drink it, we could do that too.
Of a bottle pop, yeah, like
Yeah.
the Arches.
Okay.
So we'll be sitting there over Justin's back, like we wanted.
this,
We want to drink, but we can drink a few and not get because the humdinger lays you on your ass.
Dude,
We didn't want it too syrupy. Nice. That's dope,
I don't know
man.
if this is
No,
gonna make.
tag me in that or something, man. Tag us. Atlanta, Kentucky, Nappy Roots, Skinny DeVille. We used to got the vanilla beans on our humdinger with Monday night.
got all that.
Do you? Yeah, I still have one
Switch my
left.
camera around. You got something. Word up. This is dope, man.
Cheers.
There you go. Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, I've never had a. I didn't even know that's what I picked. When I picked it. Do you got to switch around
Funny,
like
did you?
fine cognac and
That's up to you. For me,
Right.
yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. I spin it, get some bubbles, and like smell the beer.
And put your nose in that bitch. Don't be shy.
Sour stout. I've never had one.
So
I had one the other night.
What makes it
I had a sour stout the other
Right
night.
there.
Did you try it?
When
you
grew
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
right.
What do we even have here? What do we have here?
Who are you?
Oh yeah.
Who are you?
Who are you? It's Beer Drink, and I'm here with L. Sharpton. It's been a long time. Not a long time. This is the first time. Damn, I'm talking about it's been a long time.
But it has been a long time because I've been watching your crazy ass videos and I fuck with them.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, no doubt, bro.
But we're here.
Oh well, shit. I made a beer. I made a beer with New Belgium. and it's called Piano Keys. It's kind of to help open up the gates for more diversity and inclusion in the industry, from the back of the house to the front of the house. And it's an Imperial Stout. It's made with Ugandan vanilla beads, keeping it really real on that shit. And then Chocolato, which is a chocolatier down in Croc Street Market. We use their chocolate. I wanted it dark. I didn't want a super sweet chocolate. A little bit of bittering notes in there, so it's not overly a syrup bomb or something that's just, you know what I mean? So.
And I'm not gonna front. I mean, I've had one already, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like this is the first time I tried it.
Right.
I like it. I'm gonna just say it off the bat. I like the beer. The chocolate cuts through like a son of a bitch, like straight up. Like the chocolate is the star, of course. It is what it is. And another thing that was funny, we were downstairs talking. A guy asked, "What's the ABV on it?" He said 10%. And I'm like,
Yep. And it's a sneaky 10. That's good you brought that up.
yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know if I can
10.
trust it.
Yeah, don't want it too sweet. And this is my brother Skinny right here, Skinny DeVille with Nappy Roots, another beer head. So it's just an amazing experience. And we're at the brick store, just so y'all know.
The brick store.
All these bottles. This is a secret cellar that we have special
You can't
access
get in
to.
here. Like,
That's
you can't get in here.
That's it.
When I think of a cellar, I think in the basement though.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the
But
first
this
of
is
the
a
rock.
We went upstairs. It's almost like an attic.
Oh, buddy, we got a basement.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta do a full. But this production is dope because I watch this brother all the time, man, and I really fuck with what you do, bro.
I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, this is a different way to see beer, and I'm gonna help get the word out about what you're doing.
That's what's up. It's like I say, I try to. I love beer, but I don't see myself being a brewer. I'm the guy that likes to. I like enjoying the beer.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm all about. And that was just dope that you reached out, and
Yeah, man.
I'm actually glad that this shit came out great.
That's how we
That
do,
shit's
man.
great.
It's. I really see this brother making hella moves, and we're gonna make it happen. I fuck with Beer Drink, man, and please continue it on, brother. I got
We'll
you,
do
man.
it.
Thank you
We'll
for
do
coming through,
Yeah.
support, and y'all following him and following me. Thank you, and Nappy Roots. Just the beginning. Watch.
Yes, big things on the horizon.
Atlantucky Brewery.
For sure.
My brother. Salud, sir.
Definitely.
And so our humdinger was, they kind of aged in bourbon barrels for 10 months. And I wanted to try to keep the two stouts that we made separate. To answer this question, Arch's stout was a wish list of what my stout.
He told me to bring it up here.
Okay, so what is this again? I'm sorry.
So this is the beer from a brewery in Belgium called Distruce. And so they make a beer called Black Albert, Imperial Stout. And it's like widely regarded as one of the best Imperial Stouts in the world. And so what they did with this version, which is called, I think it's
Black Damnation.
XX
26.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool. 26 Froggy. And so this is aged in 3 different Bordeaux barrels. And it is a quite expensive bottle that I, as the beer manager here at Brickstore, dropped on the floor earlier today. You gotta drink it. That's the first time ever. 2 years, that's the first time.
How much
Black
is this on the
Damnation
bottle?
26.
So that's probably gonna be around $70.
That's what's up. What's it
Yeah.
called?
Atlanta Beer Gang.
Atlanta Beer Gang.
Yeah, me, you know Juan. I know you know Juan.
Yeah.
I quite remember, but yeah.
This beer is
Wine
pretty
barrel
special.
guy.
Yeah. It smells good.
I used to.
It tastes like.
It's kind of the same thing, but I love the process of wine because just being around the vats and everything back in 2005 only primed me for what I'm doing now with beer.
In the special room.
And Lynn Olson was the wine master, but he made Gerald Ford's beer for his inauguration at the White House.
Gerald Ford?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was fucking with someone who was that far back in making
for
beer,
sure.
but made wine, and I was learning everything about wine back in 2005.
Yeah.
But hip hop wasn't ready, and I was neglecting my hip hop duties, trying to make this wine shit pop. And my whole thing was it was a wine called SK, which is where I come from. The background is creating awareness.
Okay. Awareness of what?
Beer, because right now hip hop we
That's
think
fair.
Heineken, we think Coronas,
Yeah.
we think PBR maybe in college. You think of very few separated beers. You think Bud Light, the big distribution companies or the big manufacturers of music. But then there's smaller indie labels like a Cash Money or Rock Nation. Or back then it was Rockefeller. But the smaller craft breweries that are taking a segment of the major industry and making it their own.
Sure.
And I think now there's so many of them. It's just like rappers now. There's so many rappers out there that it's very hard for anyone to really get
The
a
market's flooded.
good segment of what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I think what L's doing is creating awareness to the hip hop community that there's other things to drink other than malt liquor and hard liquor.
Sure.
And the generalized beer game from Bud Light, Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch, the bigger ones are buying some of the smaller craft breweries. It's good for the smaller craft breweries, but with New Belgium, I went to their spot in Fort Collins. They're dope.
Right.
They're cool. They get it.
Yeah.
They want to be a part of what hip hop is doing. And what L brings to the table is awareness and knowledge that goes back, over a decade of him being aware of what the Wheel was doing a long time ago. So he's bringing awareness to the hip hop community, and what they're bringing is the diversity to the beer industry. And what I've always said is the hip hop industry is a $70 billion industry about to merge with a $40 billion craft beer industry. And once those things hit, there's a collision of money.
Of course.
And if you get more artists that are aware that there's a lot of awesome beers out here. Well, how we saw it as Nappy Roots, even several years ago, as we've gotten older in hip hop, is like, what can we do to get out of hip hop if we can still be creative and have fun doing it?
Yep.
Get fucked up with the best of it. We have a frat party this Friday at Tuscaloosa, and all they're gonna drink is beer. So our market, who we perform to, that's all they drink is beer.
Yeah.
So if we can bring our beer with a little bit of name on it, and it's actually good, and we actually know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We establish credibility to a base that already is there.
So do you think there's two parts of it? Do you think there's a production, there's a brewery part, and there's also like a customer part?
Yeah.
And so we're not, Brick Store is not brewing beer. How can the Brick Store be a part of moving that idea that it'll have with this beer forward?
I mean, you're doing it by allowing the L to come here and move his beer forward.
Well, I mean,
to bring in people like me here.
Sure. Yeah.
You guys have this. This is the best kept secret, I'm sure, for you guys. But let's be honest.
But there's got to be more.
Let's be honest. Hip hop, African American community. Craft beer, predominantly white community.
For sure. There's no doubt.
But there's no real, from what I've seen in beer, you guys are like surfers or skaters. There's no real racism. There's no real classism. It's like, oh, you make beer? Cool.
Yeah, it's a community.
It's a community of knowledge and information, and we're sharing things. If I'm out of hops and I got them, here you can use them. What'd you do? Let's collaborate. Sure, let's work together. Just I'm sure when L came here and said, I got this idea, let's work together. You was like, cool, let's do it.
Sure.
So it's like,
but there's got to be something else that not just Brick Store, but like I think everywhere's a beer bar now, but like every place that now is like a world-class beer bar, the Porter, the Argosy, these places, there's got to be something that we can do that we're not doing.
Shit.
What do you think that is?
I think it's right here where we're in right now.
Okay.
You have other people's beer on a high-end level in this cellar, in this one spot. I've been to a lot of spots. I haven't seen a cellar of beer.
Yeah.
Of this appreciation of it other than Hop City. And you go to Hop City and this is what it is. But you have like a book and a Bible of, you guys are appreciating things that each one of these breweries will probably appreciate you actually keeping some of their beer.
I hope so.
This is like...
Shout out to Brick Store Pub for hosting such a great event for New Belgium and L Sharpton. The hospitality was through the roof. I had a blast. Oh yeah.